because I'm thirsty. I'm very thirsty. Come on. Here's our first customer. Taste it. Taste it, Rainbow. Thirsty. Where are you? Where are you? Taste the Rainbow. One more. Chicken Rainbow. Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome to the Advanced CQ. You're very advanced for your age. Advanced CQC guide. This is going to be a guide where I basically really talk about some in-depth concepts that are very, very important if you want to be good at brawling. And in fact, a lot of it has to do with a game I used to play, World of Tanks Blitz, and still do, in fact, play a lot of. But I learnt a lot of these things playing Blitz, right? But I'm going to give you the lowdown on what they are. I get asked for a lot of videos, and a lot of them have already done, like pre-firing, strafing, third-party peeking, cover-to-cover work, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to do a new playlist, which is going to be most requested videos. So look out for that one. I'm going to stick that up on the top of the page, the YouTube channel. We're going to have a look at a situation in a second, which I think is going to be very illuminating for a lot of you who get beat in these gunfights, particularly in third party, but it happens a lot in first person as well. That is running a double automatic weapon and selecting guns that are specifically built for close quarters combat, like the Uzi. You'll see I'm running an M416 and I'm going to switch to an Uzi because the Uzi is an absolute beast up close and personal and pretty much is a dominant force in that, 1 meter range. Like if you're in this kind of range, this is the kind of gun you want to be running, and I'm having a great time with it. But what's going to happen in just a second here is you're going to find me third-partying this squad that's having a fight with another squad. As in, I'm going to come in as a third party, and I'm going to watch them and take advantage of their gunfight. Third-party peeking is different again. That's where you see me going behind a wall and using the third-person mechanic to look around the wall like I'm about to do here. What I find interesting and advanced about this gunfight is, okay, knock that guy, and there's someone obviously there. I'm going to use two weapons. I'm going to use that Uzi, and then I'm going to switch to the M416. What that does is way more interesting than just give you another gun that can fire automatically. That's very important, obviously, but a lot of people don't run double automatic weapon. So people will rely on reload patterns. So you will fire around and they will expect you to dump their full clip, and you will dump your full clip, and then you'll both go behind a wall and you'll start reloading. But it allows you to put pressure on people as they reload and don't have a weapon in their hand. And it's very, very low risk to do that. You can see I stopped on my Uzi with 7 rounds left in the clip. That's not unintentional. I switched to the other gun because I could tell that I was going to need that gun to actually get things done. Let's look at it again. You'll see me reload and then switch out, because I don't want to muck around reloading Uzi. I want to keep the pressure on that guy. I don't want to muck around reloading. I want to get the pressure, and I want to pump it on that dude, and I want to, take advantage of a great situation. And then I'm just going to sit here and wait, and I'm going to think I need a CQC weapon, but I'm going to pre-fire out at this guy. The M416 is just fine. And we clear the last member of the squad. Now let's go on to another very, very important concept that I think is well in advance of just your standard spray and pray, and that is the weapons that you are good with and when they are good. Shotguns are incredibly effective weapons early game. Early game, not many people have level 3 armor, level 2 vests, and as you progress through the game, it gets harder and harder to clear targets, and it takes more and more rounds. Right? Early game, a shotgun is like an AWM. If you can get a shotgun to land, you're going to do exceptionally well. And this is all about control. You have to have good hand-eye coordination and good motor skills within the concepts and constructs of the game, or none of this works. But if you can become comfortable with these weapons and pre-firing and strafing out and doing all that kind of thing, then you can do really, really impressive things, even with the level 1 vest, no helmet. And yeah, shotguns make up for a huge bunch of issues that I've covered off on before. And again, in this most requested playlist, I'm going to put the desync video. And shotguns are very good weapons to run if you suffer from desync issues. The longer you go in the game, the less effective shotguns become, because basically at anything but extremely close range, a shotty is very, very haphazard and very unreliable. But early game, when no one's got good armor, yeah, shotguns are fantastic. Another thing is, you only get one chance to make a first impression. And that means that you want to make sure that the first time you fire the weapon, it's effective. The biggest issue you will come across in sniping often is that you will fire a round off and that'll alert them to where you are, but it's not a killing round. Let's have a look at this again. You're going to see how long I freaking wait to take a shot or throw a Gren. I know there's a full squad there. I know that they're having a fight with someone. I'm just waiting to see. They don't know where I am. Are they going to push in on me? Are they going to begin fighting with the other guys? I'm ready. I'm certainly ready to engage them, but I can hear footsteps, but I can't see footsteps. So it means they're over 20 meters away. I got the Gren out. And you're going to see I pull the pin on the Gren because I don't want to let them know where I am. I quite simply don't want to let them know where I am. This is another advanced technique. I'm going to show you this in slow-mo. If you have a squad on the other side of a doorway, it does not hurt you in the slightest to spend ammo on a doorway. Like, they will come charging through it all the time. They will put themselves in really bad spots, really bad situations, and then you're going to see me do... This is desync. Again, you've got to go watch the desync video. I'm hiding myself, and then I'm going to strafe and spray, and so then I'm appearing later on his actual screen than he is appearing on my screen, because he is still sitting in the window stationary. That's a desync thing. You need to know about that. Like, there are certain weapons that take advantage of that more than other weapons, but regardless, M416 or a shotgun or whatever it is, if you are taking advantage of the desync mechanic, you'll do pretty freaking well. Now, this is something akin to the grenade video I just did, but this is far and away one of the most effective things you can do in terms of actually winning gunfights one-on-one on different levels. If you chuck Grens and you move around a lot above someone, the noise and the struggle and the strife that makes will confuse people below you. It's really, really hard to track targets, and if you know they're not outside and they're inside, then you can drop down just facing where they are and clear them. That's a really, really obvious advanced thing, but it's important, right? It's, if you want to go one-on-one against people, you've got to be able to utilize everything to your advantage. This is something I've said many times before, but this is advanced. This is about movement. I want you to watch how clean and smooth my movement is here as I identify the target. He is to my 130 east southeast, upstairs in a building, hit the edge, jump again, and then he's on top. I want you to watch that back. There's two things going on. One is the sound that he's making is telling me that he's above me. The other is when the footsteps start popping, they're very, very faint. So he's faintly above me, and that means he has to be within, 20 meters. The only place that's going to be is that 2-story over there. So the sound is above me. The footsteps are slightly there. That's where he has to be. And then this jump is important. I jump to the edge, not over it, and then jump again off the edge. And he is absolutely screwed. From here on in, this is just quite simply a matter of cleaning up the mess on aisle 9, because he's already taken such a big chunk of damage from the M16A4. We pre-fire and we clear him. That was all about movement. Movement, movement, movement. I practice movement constantly. I practice aiming constantly. These are, when you're walking around looting, I mean, if you've watched enough of my videos, you'd know that I'll hot drop Sanhok and I will drop the Paradise Resort and play the Floor is Lava game, where I try not to jump on the floor unless I absolutely have to. I try to jump on the ledges, the stairs, the balconies, the little planter boxes, everything and anything but jumping on the floor. And it allows you to really get good at controlling your player throughout the space. And when you start talking about advanced stuff in CQC, being able to control your movement to that degree will allow you to have the thought, like I did there, that I would like to flank that guy by jumping off the roof and onto the top of that little box shed, and then execute that thought. Because unless you have the movement skills, you're not going to get this done. I'll finish off with this little thing at boot camp. We knocked a guy just up in here on the second floor. I take a little bit of time. I'm just really checking to see if there's anything there I need. And then, I come down for a full reload. Now, I'm going to pause this here, and I just want to talk to you about this. I know that some people are saying, oh, of course, duh, you do. But I want you to think about this. You never want to be in contact with the bad guys with a line of sight without a full clip of ammunition, or at least with your finger on the trigger firing rounds. That is the golden rule, right? You never want to be doing that. And I'm going to slow it down, and this is the stock standard advanced CQC game saver for you, right? This is going to change the way you play. You absolutely 100% want to start changing damage for distance. So what I mean by that is you are going to go up, you're going to get your shots in, you're going to take your contact, and you are not going to overstay your welcome, and you are going to start reloading the moment that you are out of line of sight into a safe space. And the moment you get your reload going back on, you start pre-firing and moving back around that corner, and you will waste people, because that guy, he absolutely pushed down that corridor holding the button. That means there's a massive overlap there. So he has to hit you a bunch of times, and he might not even have enough left in the clip to do that, because he started firing while you're reloading, and as you strafe back out, he is finishing his clip. The ammunition conservation side of CQC is way overlooked, and it's something I haven't really talked about often enough before. I'm going to show you one more example of this. I want you to watch that in real time again. And I mean, I'm not saying that this advanced as in it's tough to do. I'm saying it's advanced as in this will literally win you more gunfights by changing this to be your playstyle than anything else. Like, the advanced ammo conservation is a massive part of the way you play. I'm going to give you one more really good example of this. I've been waiting for this guy to push in forever. He finally starts. I'm listening to his feet, and I'm pretty sure he's just coming in now. You're going to see a guy comes jumping along the screen to the left. He's on fire, so certainly got him. Great. Knock him out. I don't have a vest on. I'm only at like 65%. His mate turns up, gets a shot in on my vest. Now, you might think that's crazy. I'm pushing out there with 10% health left, no vest, and I'm going to get shredded. But this is what I mean by ammo conservation. He blows his entire clip. I can hear it, right? And I know that he's hit me twice. So this is when you get aggressive, because right now I have a beautiful window of opportunity. My control of my player is such that I jump through the window. I don't try and, vault through the window. And he doesn't even get to fire at me because he's on the reload. That's ammo conservation 101. Even though I had no ammo left, right? I knew that was the time to push. I knew that that was the time to take advantage of the situation. That's just where we were, and you get good at that. That's really an advanced part of CQC, is beyond everything I said at the start of the video, leveraging your clip and his clip into a situation where you can fire on them without taking damage. That's gold, and you'll get better at that and be a better player. I'm Bushka. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos, and remember to subscribe, like, and until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now. Au revoir, amigos.